The thing that we're doing today is really holding a forum for a project that's a partnership of Intermedia Arts and the City of Minneapolis called Creative CityMaking.
And this idea was, how can we bring together artists and community planning?
So we're talking deeply about the last 18 months of work that's happened with artists and planners.
Artists, people from the planning communities, people from community organizing, community development, young people, all here to talk about the issues that they are facing.
So there have been teams that have put artists and planners together.
I'm probably typical of your average citizen in that I didn't know a lot about the urban planning process.
The way they've worked together is to connect around specific needs of the plan. One that stood out the most was really community engagement, where artists are going out recruiting information from people, so really getting people to engage in the planning process.
And what you're seeing here is the culmination of our 9 or 10 months worth of community engagement.
There's an exhibit about creative city making at Intermedia for the next couple of months, and so people are also walking around the exhibit and getting a chance to talk to the artists and planners that worked on creative city making.
So this is a chance for the people who are here to take a little bit of a deeper dive into the exhibit, into the tools and the processes that were developed by the artists and the planners involved in creative city making.
In our artistic practice, we collect viewpoints, and so we decided to create 9 different engagement tools as a way to understand what do the people want, what are the questions that should be asked, who should ask the questions, how are the questions asked, and what happens to the answers.
That's what we brought to the mix, is different ways to engage people who are not in the loop or traditionally engaged.
There are a lot of stereotypes about artists, and there are a lot of stereotypes about the urban planning process. But in the end, I think it's all about problem solving.
What we learned is, or reiterated that we already knew, is that there's lots of value on both sides of the equation, and that we need to make sure that we're working hard to bring outside viewpoints into the traditional decision-making process.
Some of their energy and some of their creativity comes off on us, things that we can use, and I'm hoping that they can use some of the things that we show, some of the tools that we showed.
So we're sharing all of these projects, sharing the story, and then also asking the community to share projects that are happening that they would like to explore.
We're working on making a public art piece that has an aquaponic system incorporated into it. What that is a way to grow plants and raise fish and have it be healthy and sustainable.
We're in our creative process right now, so that means like most of the artists here too, we have to brainstorm what we're doing before we put it out in the community.
As the art forum, we try to give a strong message to tell who we are, what we represent.
And for this project, people are actually using found objects to kind of reinvent or reimagine Nicollet Avenue with the streetcar on there. They're negotiating their ideas with everybody else and kind of negotiating their space and kind of coming up with new solutions, more creative ideas.
A lot of this is just gathering information and taking the theory that we know, like urban design, urban planning theory, and putting it into a framework and then seeing how that works out.
It's really trying to understand how what I do as an artist can be useful in the city-making process.
We're hoping to spread this idea to other communities.
Because the arts aren't just about the act of making, they're really a way of thinking and a way of engaging. So from this day, really wanting to inspire people to reach across sectors, to be able to infuse the arts with planning processes in all different areas, not just city planning, but different systems of all sorts.